Hi everyone, welcome back. And yes, this week I want to talk to you about a white wine. Yes, I know it has been a while, but for me I found it always a bit more harder and difficult to find a good standard white wine at a very reasonable price. So I went around because supermarkets, forget it. Supermarkets, it's plonk, donk, schlit and S-H-I-T, most of it. So I don't really find any good white wine, except if you're going to the fine wines, but then you're going to pay already £20-25 for it. So I want to find something between 10 and 20, because you can find very good white wines, and I did. I went back to Phil Glass and Swicker, but this time I went to the Marlborough branch, and it was a domain I heard about and always wanted to kind of taste the wines and talk about. It's in Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, Mahi 2012. I know lots of the New Zealand Marlboroughs have had a bit of a sting in the last couple of years because a lot of them have been producing extremely vulgar Sauvignon Blancs, because Sauvignon Blanc was so in demand. The world wanted so much Sauvignon that New Zealand went a bit in overdrive without really thinking about the consequences and forget about what a Sauvignon Blanc is all about. If you really go to the Loire Valley in France, and where Sauvignon has its birth, and that's really where Sauvignon has created its existence, you will see if you do a Sancerre or you do a Pouilly Fumé, and you go like gentlemen like François Cottard, and you taste it. It is a wine that has layers in depth, identity, structure and a vision. That's what Mahi wants to achieve. The wine or the grapes that have been used for this wine comes from different plots of land they have in Marlborough. So I can't wait to taste it, so why should we wait any longer? So here we go, let's go and try this Mahi Sauvignon Blanc Marlborough 2012. So here we have the Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc Mahi 2012. Now, color-wise, it's a very transparent yellow-greenish. So it's young, it's vivid, it's energetic. I must say, the brilliance that springs to your face like a bright star in the sky indicates to me that there is quite a bit of acidity in there. So I'm a bit scared with that, because that means that the aromas will really have to kind of work big time to balance it out. Also, when I look at the legs running down, it's 13.5% alcohol in this wine. So it's already quite a bit. So let's hope the alcohol doesn't overpower on the nose. So let's smell it. It doesn't, but it does still remind me too much of these tarty, vulgar Sauvignon Blancs that the big brands produce in New Zealand, like the Montana wines that have lots of different wineries, and they are it is not as bad as there is a much more sophistication in there, but it's still, it reminds me too much of it. So it's, for me, that's not a good point. I was hoping to not, if I would smell this and knowing what winery it was or where it comes from, I would have pinpointed straight to New Zealand without a doubt. So apples and grapefruits are my two fruits, and there's a little bit of acacia flower in there as well. There is a bit of layers, but it's not that many. I have a bit of minerality, and it reminds me of chalk, and a tiny bit of passion fruit, but tiny bit, and it's really, yeah, on the palate. Yeah, as for me, yeah, acidity is way too overpowered. The balance between the fruits and the acidity of the aromas is totally out of, it goes a bit in too many directions. It is not well balanced. That's a bit of a disappointment. I get the apples back and I get a bit of the grapefruit back, but that's about it. And it's actually pretty short. So not overly or not overly impressed about this wine. I think if they really want to stand out, to be different, I think they might have to go and work a bit more on it. Yes, they too much reminds me too much of these very bad Sauvignon Blancs, but it is a standard up. If it's £14.25, I think it's a little bit too much. I would say £12.50 is more just. And I would give this wine 15.75 out of 20. Anyway, it is not bad. It's not bad. So fill the glass and swig it. That's where you can find it. Mahi, Marlborough, Sauvignon Blanc, 2012. 15.75 out of 20. Until next time. Ciao.